see it burn out. Hello friends, old and new. Welcome to the shed. Any of you who regularly follow the channel, you're very familiar with this, but based on today's title, I imagine there's a couple of you who've never been here. It's a 10 by 16 shed. I build bikes in here. Nothing crazy about it, but this time we're taking an absolutely brand hammer new, never ridden bike, and we're putting an e-bike kit on it. It's not my bike, it's a friend of mine's. His name is Mike. He is on the way here now. Two things. I have never put an e-bike kit on a bike ever, so I'm very much looking forward to that. Number two, Mike is very tall, so having him stand in here is going to be like very entertaining for me. All right, Mike, tell me what you bought and what you needed to do to make it fit.
It is a FX3. If I'm being 100% honest, it was the only XXL frame I could find anywhere within a couple thousand kilometers. So it's partially what I wanted, but partially what I could get. We reamed out the bottom bracket. It was just a little bit too small.
Yeah, reamed is the wrong word. We took a Dremel in here.
Yeah, I did that, and I'm hoping that we don't really have to do anything surgical other than put the kit on.
So what kit did you buy?
We bought the Bafang BBS02. It is a 750 watt mid-drive e-bike kit.
So this motor, it doesn't thread into the threads of the bottom bracket itself. I totally thought it would. It doesn't. It just slides in there like those, like, you know when you get a bike that has like wrecked bottom bracket threads, but you don't want to get rid of that frame? You can buy bottom brackets that kind of work like this and press themselves together. This works kind of the same way. And based on the amount of times that this heavy thing has been in here and the way that I'm looking at the threads, that would be the next bottom bracket that would have to go in here anyway. No real need for grease, maybe.
Not that I am aware of.
Okay. Got your threads on this side, and it's gonna sandwich the entire thing by holding it in this way. The bumps are gonna actually like kind of indent the frame a little bit, which is fine. How you doing there?
Yeah, a little bit of red Loctite. We're gonna permanent.
This is not a paid.
Yeah, that's right. They won't.
Look at this weird Trek thing Trek does with their Bontrager, where they pinch it and then make up the difference with this big rubber pillow.
Both Spinny and I don't have the patience to wait to do the cool stuff. I'm gonna mount the computer first so we can see as we start to set up the sensors and stuff if they're actually registering. That's the real reason we're gonna do this first, not because it's the cool part.
You always have to put the cool stuff on that's gonna motivate you to do things always first. Otherwise, this bike will sit here for, how long did Tony's bike? Oh, your belt can stay on.
My belt can stay on.
Oh my lord. But yeah, it really is just it's a button. Wow.
Actually, it seemed like there was a two-stage there. Watch. No,
you know,
I was wrong. It's a button.
I bet when it's on the ground, like while you're riding, and it like, because it's got zero resistance right now.
Yeah.
It'll probably act a little more like a throttle.
Just saying, that was a thing. Don't know what that means. Wheel 26 inch. Aha! This is not a 26 inch wheel. Speed limit 90 kilometers an hour.
What?
Look up the inside.
Mike is currently trying to figure out how to figure out these brake sensors that if you hit the brakes it cuts the motor out. I say we don't do any of that and we just start playing with it right now.
He's got a point.
I have succeeded in my protests of putting any sensors on. We're not doing it. The only sensor that's on there is the speed sensor. It was the easiest one to do.
And that's just for bragging rights. In case we want to say, I was going this fast.
My thought is if you don't put the speed sensor on, how will the motor know when to cut out speed for legal reasons?
That's a good point. I don't know that it would.
We're almost done. This can get cleaned up some other time.
For those of you that are super anal about setting it all up and having it look nice, I am too. I just want to get it working. So I think probably, again, the sensors, I'm not seeing the benefits to. I'm not going to be shifting at full power and breaking things. So my thought process is I will get some shrink tubing, clean up all the wiring later at home, get it looking all nice and fancy, and I'll feel way better about it.
But we still do get to go have fun with it, like, right now. So I'm going to take the GTMX. Mike's obviously going to take his new e-bike. I'm taking the GTMX because I very much assume I'm going to get dropped, and I want the ability to do bar spins when I'm, like, not able to keep up.
I'm thinking we're just gonna try out setting 1 today. We'll see how it goes. It is in sport mode after all. It just wants to go even in the very first setting. Like it's not even on setting 5. When the fuck am I gonna use setting 5? It's going 20 kilometers an hour with a very gentle pedal. Like I'm not even putting any effort into it. So I'm starting to wonder, I got this for health reasons because I didn't want to always be getting off to go up hills. I'm not really supposed to be doing heavy duty stuff. But now I'm starting to think, when am I going to get any exercise with this?
Maybe it's the motor actually moving. Let's try it on level 5. Oh, there it is.
And I thought you were ready to give up.
30 kilometers an hour.
I just want to see how fast it'll go. There's no way there's a speed limiter on this. It's going 40 in level 5 and still pulling so hard.
Crazy, eh?
It'll go 50, no problem. Like this is not limited. 42! It gets a little scary on the turns at 45, so...
That's what I was going to ask. Were you able to keep it going
No.
full tilt?
No.
That's hilarious.
It's so fun. I have to build something with this now because I did not expect it to be as easy as it is.
Right?
All right, you got Hoonigan socks on. Let's see a burnout.
Okay.
Lean forward.
Oh, it smells burning.
It is. Oh, so much grip. You can really take off now. That was incredibly simple. That was so much easier than I had thought it was going to be. It is literally as easy as taking the old cranks and bottom bracket out, making sure that the motor spindle will slide through where it needs to be, bolting up the hardware, attaching the battery, and running one wire up to the throttle. And that's pretty much all you need to do. Like, that would be the minimalist of steps that would possibly need to be taken so that you could go out there and motorcycle it everywhere. So that bike that Mike and I just put together today, the cost of the bike was like about $1,000. The kit, the electric motor kit with the battery, the heads-up display, all the sensors that we didn't use, that was like $1,200 or $1,300. So Mike's into that e-bike for $2,300, a really high quality bike that you can totally rely on and expect to do well, along with the electric motor with a Samsung celled battery, apparently, that a lot of people have been using. It's pretty tried, tested, and true. It's so fun.